What exactly do astronauts eat when they're orbiting hundreds of kilometers above Earth? Their meals might just surprise you. Long gone are the days where they consumed food in dehydrated cubes or tubes. Today, in fact, there are surprisingly diverse, carefully engineered menus designed to meet nutritional needs while accommodating for the challenges of space. Welcome back to Fuel for the Final Frontier. In this episode, we'll be exploring what's really on an astronaut's menu. From thermostabilized stews and freeze-dried breakfasts to rare fresh fruit and coffee in a pouch, we'll learn how each meal is specially engineered for a life in orbit. We'll discover not only how astronauts eat, but how food keeps them healthy and connected to home on this aboard this International Space Station. Let's start with the broad categories of space food. Most meals fall into several types: thermostabilized food, freeze-dried food, irradiated food, and fresh food when possible. You Thermostabilized food are heat processed to destroy enzymes and bacteria, allowing meals to be shelf stable without refrigeration. Think of them as space versions of canned stews or soup, but packaged differently to be lightweight and easy to use. For astronauts, this means meals like beef stew, chicken with vegetables, or pasta that hold up well in months in storage, over months in storage. Then there are freeze-dried foods. These meals are cooked and then frozen and placed in a vacuum chamber to remove moisture while still preserving texture and taste. Imagine powdered or scrambled eggs and rice that astronauts can rehydrate with water before eating. Freeze drying reduces the weight of food significantly, which is critical for reducing launch costs while still retaining most, if not all, of the nutrients when stored properly. Now, moving on, irradiated foods might sound scary, but irradiation is just a safe process that kills bacteria and extends shelf life. It's perfectly safe. Meat products like beef, chicken, and fish are often irradiated before being packaged for space missions. This process ensures that astronauts avoid foodborne illnesses, which would be catastrophic on a mission. But what about fresh fruit? It may seem impossible to imagine a crisp vegetable or juicy fruit floating inside a spacecraft. Yet astronauts do get fresh fruit, though only occasionally. Fresh produce like apples, carrots, or leafy greens arrive on resupply ships to the International Space Station in small, fresh food lockers. Because storage space and mass are limited, fresh food is a luxury up there. Hence, they are often consumed within hours, as they provide vitamins, antioxidants, and essential psychological boost to the astronauts. They often report craving fresh food most of the time when they are in space for weeks or months. Now, let's go into the dietary habits of astronauts. Like, how does a typical day's menu shape up? An astronaut wakes up and starts the day with a breakfast pouch that might contain freeze-dried scrambled eggs or oatmeal. Then lunch or dinner might be thermostabilized stew or chicken stew, uh, accompanied by freeze-dried vegetables which are rehydrated later. Along the way, snacks like nuts, granola bars, or fruit leather provide extra energy. Unlike on Earth, bread is replaced by tortillas, which don't crumble and create dangerous floating crumbs like inside the cabin. Drinks like coffee, tea, orange juice, or electrolyte powders round out the menu for you. Because of safety concerns, carbon beverages aren't really allowed in space. The bubbles don't behave as expected in microgravity and can cause digestive discomfort. Food preparation in space also differs drastically from Earth. There are no ovens, microwaves, but astronauts do use a food warmer that heats packaged meals to a safe and tasty temperature. Water dispensers can also add hot or cold water to freeze dry dehydrated meals. When eating, astronauts must manage slow drips, avoid crumb slips, and suction food from pouches gently. Eating while floating generally requires different motions using utensils attached to, with magnets or Velcro to tables. And meals are often eaten while strapped to a seat or table to prevent floating away. Despite these limitations, variety is still a top priority. The International Space Station maintains a menu of nearly 200 food items from all over the world. This diverse menu helps prevent menu fatigue, the stress and boredom of eating the same few foods every day for months on end. Culturally, the menu also reflects international cooperation in space. Russian cosmonauts enjoy borscht, solyanka soup, and rye bread, while astronauts savor traditional miso soup, seaweed salad, and rice balls. European astronauts also contribute cheeses, sausages, and pastries, and American meals include Tex-Mex dishes, pastas, or comfort foods, including peanut butter. This diversity not only nourishes but also connects astronauts to their homes and cultures, even when they are orbiting the Earth in isolation. Interestingly, taste buds can also change in space. Many astronauts report that flavors seem muted in microgravity, possibly due to fluid shifts affecting their sinuses. Consequently, meals often have stronger seasoning, like extra hot sauce or tangy spices, to make eating enjoyable. Lastly, food also serves a social purpose. Shared mealtimes on the ISS create vital moments of camaraderie and morale boosting. The small gesture of breaking bread in space helps ease the psychological challenges of long missions. In summary, the space menu is far from limited or bland. It's a carefully designed collection that balances nutritional needs, safety concerns, cultural variety, and taste preferences within a challenging environment. Next episode, we'll compare astronaut food to regular food on Earth. What's lost, what's gained, and why space food is so different from the meals that we enjoy every day. If you like the video, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing with a friend, even leaving a comment down. Thank you for watching.